Actually, my first time, but Ward is just such a great, easy talker. Smooth talker. You just got back from somewhere, right? You were touring?
Yeah, I was in California.
Yeah?
Yeah, and then I was in New York, but I was doing family stuff there. Nice. And then I was in Calgary.
Yeah.
When I need a drum roll, got a whole lot of tens in the front row, got a whole lot of tens in the 10th row, tens everywhere, got tens on tenfold, and the numbers don't lie. I can count my squad on 2 hands, but can't count all the times I impressed y'all, like when MJ did that moon dance. Never been impressed with the people that you know. Should I seen it all before? All the names you drop when you acting like a thought, got me thinking that you ought to be seated on the floor. I go mighty mo, knew that I was it, had a vision I was chose. Now I'm spinning around the globe, swept off my feet, girls spinning on the pole.
They're here to talk about stuff and things. This is Ward&AL.
All right, Ann Pirvu hanging out for Al, who's on vacation.
Currently dancing.
Get up.
I promised I would. I'm doing it.
She's doing it.
Now they be asking me for
These are your moves?
I used to wanna be on the guest list. Now they be asking me for the guest list. I guess.
Now you busted down.
There it is. Work it, girl.
It's like, no, stop working it, girl. It's not working.
Oh, it's great. Let this play for a minute. Everybody get up wherever you are.
Don't miss the past. Remember those girls I tried to kiss, now wanna come around and kiss my ass. I'm in a different class. Since I left school just to do what I do, now you wanna come through, but I tip the glass.
All right, and if you'd like to be on the guest list for the taping of my new stand-up comedy TV special, that will be Thursday, January 28th at the Randolph Theatre here in Toronto. And, of course, don't forget, February 4th, Al and I are getting our heads shaved for cancer solidarity as part of the No Hair Selfie campaign. Yeah, that's true. Ann Pirvu hanging out for Al. Al's in L.A. on vacation. With us now, this guy tearing it up. That was Guest List. That's his new single. He just got back from a weeks-long, about 6 weeks, California tour that sold out.
Woo!
He's all over YouTube. He's done cover songs of other artists' work, and Guest List is climbing the charts. Please make some noise for Johnny Active.
Hey, what up?
Thanks, buddy. How you doing, man?
I'm great. I'm happy to be back in Toronto.
Yeah,
very happy.
How long you been back in town?
I got here last night.
Nice.
I flew in just for you guys.
Aww.
Just to be here.
Aww.
Yeah.
Welcome to the -20.
I know.
Chilly reception.
I was in Calgary and it was way nicer. And that's weird.
It was nicer in Calgary?
Yeah. It's been pretty good there, actually. Yeah.
So this isn't nice. I checked my phone and it said something like snowy storms or something. Like, what is that? I'm not down with that.
Snowy storms.
Snowy storms.
That actually sounds like a porn star. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Or a weather girl?
A weather girl that is a porn star on the weekends.
There it is.
Yeah.
Like on the Naked News. You know the Naked News?
Yeah.
You guys did the Naked News, right?
Yeah, we were interviewed on the Naked News.
That's cool.
Actually,
That's amazing.
A woman from the Naked News is going to be sitting in your chair on Friday.
Woo!
How does it work? Did they make you take your clothes off or did they have their clothes off?
Thank God, no, sir.
Okay.
Thank God.
Yeah,
knows.
you got to be
You didn't want to
prepared
join?
for that, right?
No, and I especially don't want to see my friend and co-host naked. Al, the usual the usual star of this show.
Yeah.
Although I adore Al, and I know plenty of our listeners would love to see Al in the buff. To me, she's like a sister, and
Right.
so I don't want to see that.
It would sort of alter your relationship a bit, huh?
Yeah, it would.
That's something you can't unsee
No.
in any way.
No. It would
You're not at
definitely
that
alter-
level of friendship.
No.
No. That's okay though.
Yeah, it's like she's
not a bad
she's like
thing.
my sister. I'm like her
not a bad
brother.
thing.
It's completely different. So
Yeah.
no, luckily when we were on the Naked News, just the host was naked, but not us. So, but a woman from the Naked News will be here on Friday, guest hosting.
Will she be naked guest
amazing.
hosting?
She won't, but I will be. So it's weird. It's an irony.
Really?
No.
Try to make her feel comfortable. I think that's what they do best here at the Ward&AL show.
Listener Roger says on Twitter that we need to Periscope the whole show. He would have paid to see you dance.
Oh,
Follow me on
Roger.
Snapchat. I just put it up there. Johnny Active on
Damn
Snapchat.
Snapchat.
There you go.
Look at you.
I know.
Amazing. I got to start snapping now. I'm so excited.
That worked out so well to me, like to promote myself without being like, you know.
I just spent like 10 minutes earlier ranting about how I hate Snapchat.
We did.
I do too, though. I don't get it,
I want
and I'm
to
not
see
good.
the naked chicks, and they're not there.
And I'm not. You got to follow the right people.
Oh yeah. Okay, we're gonna talk.
That's why. That's why
You're
your
not
naked
following
chicks
the
are
right
not coming
people.
through.
Okay, besides Ann, you're gonna tell me who to follow.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
We'll talk.
All right, thank you, Johnny. Active, hanging out with us. Turn up. Are you originally from Toronto?
No, I am from Calgary. I was born in Ottawa, but raised in Calgary, and then I moved here.
How long you been here?
Recently, officially a couple years. I'm guessing. I guess it's 3 years now. Almost 3 years officially.
I've said this. I've been saying this for the past week. I'm actually I'm okay with winter. And I seem rare because now, and McLean's did a whole article about how we're becoming a nation of winter wusses. The Canadians just bitch about the winter.
It's true though.
And it drives me crazy because I go, how are you not used to it?
I'm Romanian Canadian, so that's how I'm not used to it. No, I'm kidding.
What about you? Are you okay with the winter?
I mean, I don't like it, but I don't know. That's a weird question. I'm okay with it, but if I could have it my way, I would spend my winters in somewhere warm, and I'd
you
be
were just
here.
in California,
And I
right?
was
So
just in
that must have been lovely.
Yeah, and then you come back, and then you're like, oh, okay.
Life.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
is life.
So you just get spoiled if you go somewhere else, and then you come back here, and your skin starts cracking, and then you're like shedding, and yeah.
Moisturize, man. Moisturize.
No, I don't mess with
Inspiration
that.
for
I
your
don't mess
next
with that.
song.
Lotion. That's all you need. It's not just for porno.
The weather woman loves that shit.
What was her name? Stormy.
What was
did we
it?
say?
Stormy.
Stormy weather.
Stormy Snowy. Snowy
Stormy
storms.
snow. Stormy snow.
Stormy snow. Snowy
It
storms.
sounds more like
can't even-
a retired X-Men than a
Snowy
porn star.
storm.
I'm not even gonna attempt that.
Yeah. She didn't quite make it. Like
Wow.
You know, a lot of weather sounds like porn name, right? Wet flurries. You could do this all day.
I know.
Oh dear.
So,
Oh, dear.
how long you been rapping?
Forever. I've been rapping since I was 11,
Right.
and I'm 22.
Good on you, man. Still young.
Yeah.
Oh, man. When young people see, it took me forever. It took me 20 years in this business to just get a job. And so when I meet like 22-year-olds, they're like, yeah, man, I'm working and I've been doing, And I'm like, oh, I'm jealous.
And you've been putting your work on YouTube, obviously.
Yeah,
You found it effective. I was gonna say, have you found it effective? Have you found YouTube effective?
I like
Yeah.
YouTube more than SoundCloud, actually.
Interesting. Why?
And everyone tells me that's wrong. Which is awkward, but I don't know.
No, I'm with you on that.
I just think it's...
We've got clips on SoundCloud as well, and,
Yeah.
and even us being a radio show, our clips have gotten more attention on YouTube, and that's with like a photo of Ward&AL with the audio. Like there's not video
Really?
there; it's just a photo. Yeah, I find that YouTube, I don't know, it seems more accessible to the average internet user than SoundCloud, which it seems specifically for audio files.
Yeah, yeah. And I just think...
audio files, PHIL.
I think a song can have more impact if there's some like a visual and something to it. You know?
Absolutely.
I just think people want more these days. They don't. But SoundCloud kills it. So I don't know. And you always hear about people getting famous off one song off SoundCloud, and you're like, I'm like, how does that
I don't buy it.
happen?
I don't buy it.
No, I don't really get that. But
First of all, I'm going to say this. It's rare, but most social media success is manipulated hype. YouTube is probably the most genuine
yeah,
in the fact that I've seen people that are just people in their homes sitting in front of a keyboard playing music that does get seen by hundreds of thousands of people.
True.
And I've seen that,
True.
and it's genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like when people talk about this guy became a star on Twitter, I go, there was somebody behind that. There was a publicist, there was a manager, there was an agent, there was still somebody there. I met the guy that wrote Bleep My Dad Says, that book.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And people went, that guy became famous because of Twitter. That guy was already a Hollywood writer with a top agent who had other top
Oh, yeah.
Hollywood people. He'd been writing for television. So he had all the right friends already on Twitter following him. So when he started putting funny stuff out, other people started retweeting it. He planned that.
Yeah.
And then agents and managers all told their clients and everything like that. Everyone started retweeting it.
Sure.
And it looks like, oh, this guy was just on Twitter.
But he's
it
also a
didn't
very
work that
smart
way.
businessman
Yes,
for doing that.
Totally.
But I'm just saying, it
But
wasn't just some guy.
These things
that-
don't just happen. Like,
Yeah.
it's not an accident.
Right.
You know?
And just like a lot of stuff that happens on Facebook, people buy that Facebook ads, and so it gets
Oh,
promoted
yeah,
more.
you need to. Like, oh, man, Facebook's getting difficult. Every day it gets more difficult.
Yeah.
It's like
Your posts on Facebook are only seen by
a small percentage of the people
10
that...
to 15% of your friends.
Yeah.
So like I've got the full 5,000 that you're allowed, and then on my Facebook fan page another 5,000. Some cross over, some don't, right? But
Yeah.
I think, but it's the same 100 people in my feed all the time.
I know. Same. You have to like go out of your way to interact with other people to get them into your feed in the algorithm or whatever.
You know, that's why you got to constantly on Facebook, you got to constantly be liking people's posts.
Yeah.
Because the more you like, then you show up in their feed.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, see,
Come
I
on
have
now.
no idea about any of this stuff. You guys are amazing. I feel like I'm getting an insider
If somebody
view
and if
here.
somebody comments on your Facebook page somewhere, like that comment.
Yeah,
like, because then you continue to show up in their feed.
Yeah.
If you stop liking or they stop liking you, then you drop off. But
And I heard that if you like your own status immediately, it immediately is going to get more interaction right
Really?
away. Yeah.
Isn't that kind of lame?
It is lame, but I had a buddy do it,
Yep.
and
Ouch.
it really worked. Like his interaction
yeah.
changed like dramatically because of it.
Yep.
Interesting.
So it's a weird thing. So when people, if you're on Facebook and you're just going down the wall, down your
The
profile or
feed,
feed
yeah.
or whatever, start like. No, don't like everything, because obviously someone in there is going to be like, minorities, aren't they terrible? Don't like. But I mean, go through and you see things that amuse you or whatever, or cat photos or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Because now those people start seeing your feed. They start
Yeah.
seeing you more in their feed, right? So it's all manipulated. But if you want to really show up, you got to buy Facebook ads.
Yeah.
That's what they do in order.
Yeah.
Facebook is really clever.
I do that when I put out a new song. I buy an ad because
And does it work?
Yeah, it's cool because you can really specifically target the people that you want to see your music.
Yeah.
So you can be like, people who like
And
this
hone
artist,
your base, right?
people who like this, and people who live in Albuquerque, like
But you know what Facebook is a drug dealer. They're a heroin dealer.
Oh yeah,
They're like, first one's free.
we're all addicted.
First one's free. They
You
put it out there.
You have to be addicted.
They
right?
got us into it, and they went, hey, here you go. Taste this. You like this? You're like, yes, I do. Can I get more?
How'd you know?
Yeah, I like that. Yup.
No, you can just get the little bit I just gave you. But if you want to pay, now you can have a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah. See what
Yeah,
I mean?
wait till the day that Instagram does that. Then we're all like, then it's over.
Oh God.
All this social media stuff is a nudie booth. That wall comes down right as it starts to get exciting, and you got to keep putting your money in if you want that wall to
It's
come
true.
back.
I see a theme coming up with you here, Ward.
Yeah.
Very interested in the human condition.
Sex and
the
drugs.
human body.
It's
is a
all like
lot.
sex and drugs.
I
man.
like it.
It's true.
Let's
We are
keep it
speaking
up.
to Johnny Active, Ann Pirvu filling in for Al. Johnny Active, 22-year-old Canadian rap artist with the hit single Guest List, which is climbing the charts thanks to attention on YouTube. The reason I'm talking about all this is because I think YouTube is one of the more authentic social media platforms where, yes, you can pay and get things noticed and put ads on there and everything like that, but people can also genuinely find an artist and pass it around without it having to be, manipulated through agents and managers and money. There are people I've seen, like I said, on there, and they may not get 4 million views, but they can get 200,000 people to see them because they did a cover song that got passed around.
Oh yeah, covers. Yeah, for sure.
And
Was it
covers are
exciting?
especially the thing that does well.
Was it exciting for you? Like the first time that happened, did you share like your work on YouTube and then?
I don't know. I guess it's been like a slow.
Yeah, build up, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's always exciting. Just the simple fact that someone cares to check your music out I still find that mind-boggling.
Yeah. Was there a moment though when you were like, "Oh my God, this one's really popping"?
Right?
Oh.
It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of just know. Like guest lists, I knew that people were gonna really like that.
Yeah.
So I kind of just knew. Like you always know, like when a song is gonna really work or not gonna work, or it's only gonna work for a small percentage of the people, or it's only gonna work for the people that like this type of thing or
Yeah, I
that type
believe
of
it.
thing. You know, deep down you know. And that's the thing, you can lie to yourself and be like, no, this is gonna be a smash.
Sure.
And I'm sure that happens so often when you're like in the intense label situation or whatever it may be, but we know.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know when it's a good song and whatnot.
By the way, listener Heather tweets in, I love winter. There is no bad weather, just the wrong clothes.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's clever.
And
Yeah.
then hashtag, how are you not used to this?
That was addressed to me, yeah. Sorry, Heather. I don't think I can ever get used to this.
Heather has the best parkas.
Yeah,
like she
I
wears the
bet.
best parkas. Like she's equipped.
You can tell. You can tell.
You can tell.
What do you, listener Lanuza says, yes, I use Facebook ads all the time. You can even get the 1 cent engagements on your ads. Ward&AL, even for $10, you can advertise. That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done some of that ourselves in the past. The only problem, but this is with any advertising, you just don't know the return you're going to get until you try it.
Right.
You just don't know.
Yeah, you have really no idea.
Nope. So,
And-
I mean, that's
You'll increase
that's
your
advertising
reach,
in general.
right?
And you're giving
gonna-
it to the social media gods. Like who knows what they're doing with it, you know? And it's like,
Yeah.
and you can buy and the thing is what a lot of people do is you can buy like fake views and fake likes and fake followers. And
I don't know how I feel about that. Honestly,
no,
I don't
it's
think that
bad.
helps
You don't no,
anything.
it doesn't help at all. It actually ruins your engagement.
Absolutely.
And there's a website that you can type someone's name into and then it shows up if they have fake followers or whatever it is. Like but I
Do you
think
know why you want those?
well, I can understand why some people would want them.
I can tell you where you need it. Is that once you start bringing sponsors and things like that into the mix, or advertisers or things like that, then people start wanting to look at raw numbers.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even matter if it's real. It's a terrible truth when it comes
Really?
to the business side of show business. Is a lot of times nowadays people are gonna, especially like say stand up comedy or whatever, when I'm really dropping the fourth wall here with the listeners. But you a lot of times get booking agents and people like that go, what's the Twitter following like?
Yeah.
And you start going, well, if
Or
they're just
Instagram.
gonna if
How
they're
many
just gonna
followers
look
do you have on Instagram?
if they're just gonna look at the sheer number and they're not gonna really look at the engagement, well then F them. Here you go, 50,000.
Yeah.
Right? And that's why a lot of people wound up doing that.
Yeah, I get that from I mean, I don't necessarily agree with it, but I get
Yeah.
it.
No, neither do I.
Kind of kills your
Neither-
artistic soul.
Neither do
Yeah.
I, and it
belief.
doesn't help. But like I said, what it ends up being is
It's something you have to have on the radar. It's something you have to be aware of, unfortunately, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
now. Do you like to tour? You like to be out there on the road?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun.
How many people do you tour with?
I went with I'm gonna shout them out. I went with Meyer Clarity,
Nice.
Ill Vibe, and Tragic from Philly Moves. So I went with 3 other rappers, and I went with Ill Vibe's girlfriend. Shout out to Jess. How you doing?
Hey.
Cool.
And yeah, so it was just a few of us, and which is good. At this point, I don't need 50 people. Like, there's no reason for that.
No.
But
You wouldn't want to tour like that anyway. That actually is really, really overrated.
yeah, I can see that.
I
And it
say to
being-
somebody that's done large tours before, it's way more fun to be a handful of people.
Yeah. And I mean, you just end up making up the stupidest jokes and they just run on for the entire time you're on the road. And it just gets so ridiculous, and you eat terrible food, and then you eat every once in a while you eat a good meal, and it's fun. And you don't have good sleeps, and you go to bed late and wake up early. It's
Do you guys have a bus? Were you
No.
like that kind of touring, or
no,
just
no,
a
no.
lot of?
We were driving, and we did a lot
Yeah.
of Uber actually.
Sure.
Oh, very
Yeah,
cool.
Uber was really great.
Well, I guess as a rap artist, you don't have to tour with as
We
many
don't.
instruments.
No,
right?
we really don't. You literally don't really need
Like
to.
a MacBook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have our laptop and USBs, and because every venue has a mic and that's all you really need.
Yeah, sure.
So it's super simple.
It's
At
I've-
some point, I would like to have a band that would rock out with me and turn up like that, but not yet. We're going there.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the thing, though, man. It's funny that you say that. It just comes down to whenever you add someone, you add an expense.
Oh yeah.
That's why it's hilarious when we get the big bands in here that I laugh, because as a comic, it's just put me on a plane. When I get there, have a microphone. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And that's where hip hop and rap artists are lucky, and DJs,
Totally.
you know, are lucky now.
Yeah.
Is that keeps the expenses low.
Even recording, like I was talking to my friend who's in a band, and recording expenses is just so different. They're like, so when do you make the song? I'm like, well, I go with my producer and we make the beat, and then I go and write it. I write the words, and then we go and record it. They're like, but like, what's the setup like in the studio? I'm like, I need a microphone
Yeah.
and a closed room.
Yeah.
You know what
How
I
do you
mean?
get inspired? Where do you get your inspiration from? 'Cause I admire that. I respect the fact that you write your own stuff and
I
that
do.
you're engaged in all aspects of
My everything.
work. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
I don't really know. I guess it's everything. I'm just inspired by everything. I know that sounds so cliche and boring,
No.
but like, it's like someone will say something to me and it'll be like, 2 words in that sentence. I'll be like, oh, that's cool. And then like I'll have an idea, go from that, and then I'm just
Build and riff
I think
off
it's
it,
just
right?
I think it's just being open to inspiration. I don't think it's like there's some special power or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just being like open and like keeping your eyes open, your ears open, and at all times, kind of thing.
And
Yeah.
being observant. of
Observant. That's the
life
thing.
and, yeah.
That's what I was trying to say. Observant. Yes. Thank you.
Totally.
Yeah. Just
No, I 100% agree. Yeah.
So you need to write a song about Ann.
well, I was going to once
I
I saw
dance
her
for you?
dance.
There it is. What would the Ann song be called? What would it be called? Feeling
Oh
like
my
a perva.
God.
I don't
Yeah?
know.
No?
I don't know. I was gonna try to include weather in there. Like
How about 5 Feet of Soul?
I'm not used to this. That's what it's gonna be called. Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
5 feet of soul. I am a very old soul.
Are you
As
5
much
feet
as I
tall?
like, no.
5'3". But that's not as cool.
5 foot.
How
And
about
3/4.
I got it. 5 foot sexy.
That's cool.
Oh, all right. I'm on board with that.
That's
I
it.
like
And
that.
then you'll be in the video.
it's 5 foot and then sexy's in parentheses. Like it's like the alternative title.
5 foot sexy.
Because
And then you got to
5
be in the
foot
video
is sexy.
too, Ann. You got to be in the video.
But
too.
but in the video you're fully in winter gear. Like there's no skin showing.
You lost me.
No, I'm kidding. It's just lingerie and bikinis.
There it is. See?
Yeah.
Isn't that funny that that's what you're more into? If Al were here, she'd be like, no, I'm going to be in a parka. I'm going to have a big winter cap on. I'm going to have sunglasses. I'm going to be wearing Sorel boots.
You know what? I will do it, but I won't be happy about it. How's
All right. So we
I'll
are
get
talking
to working on it.
Get to working on it, man. 5 foot sexy. Johnny Active, 22-year-old Canadian rapper from right here in the T.O spot. Where can people find out more about you, buddy?
Everywhere. Johnny Active. You can find me JOHNNYACTIVE. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat.
Is your first name really Johnny?
No.
No. So it's a total stage name.
It's totally like it's a developed name. It took years to make actually.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah.
How'd
Years
you
of
come
cooking.
up with it? How did it cook?
Well,
How did it finally
man, this
come
is
to a
so
boil?
embarrassing.
His real name is Ice Cube, but that was taken.
Yeah. Basically, I want no. Well, when you rap for so long and you've been rapping since you were a kid, you end up coming up with different names and they're all stupid.
Oh my God, you gotta share.
Yeah, so-
Go.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone in Calgary that's listening that is laughing at me right now. So
Give us a reason to laugh.
When I was a kid, I was
Johnny.
called MC Too White.
that's bad.
Yeah.
Like
That's true, too.
who gave you that name? They're like, this guy is too white.
Wait,
I
He's-
tried to rap in the boy band I was in, so they called me MC Too White.
I love it.
That's sad.
What's one of yours?
Yeah, give us some baddies.
Okay, so I had in grade 6, I was King G with the hyphen.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Hyphen G, because hyphens were cool. And then I think at one point I was full throttle. Like I don't know what that was. I don't know why.
Nice.
Yeah, like full throttle. Like it kind of sounds like a rock band.
On
Like,
Twitter, Roger says Ann's song is 5 foot of sunshine.
Oh,
that's better.
You rock, Roger.
Roger, nice.
Get to working on it.
And then I became radioactive MC. So that's when I was
Okay.
That's cool.
I was like 14 and that was my name and I was in a group and we all had our names and that was my name. And having MC at the end of your rap name is very like underground 90s backpack, like lyrical miracle spiritual, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and that's kind of what it was. Anyways, I cut off. Eventually, I got into high school. Well, what do you mean? Eventually, I got into high school. Then I got into high school, and then I was like, I need to change this name. I've realized it's stupid. People are laughing at me, and then I cut off the radio and added Johnny because I
like it.
Johnny was a
No, it's a
classic
great name.
And took
now
off the
you're
MC.
Johnny Active!
Johnny Active.
And
It's
we're
like
out
a
of time.
superhero. Okay, cool.
It does sound like a superhero.
Johnny, come back and hang out with us, will you?
Yes, please. I like this. This is fun.
And Ann, you'll be back.
I would love to be back. This has been awesome.
The door's always open.
You're amazing.
You know that.
Seriously. Best day.
All right, guys. That
Thank
was
you.
it.
Thank you for having me.
Sharon Caddy from What She Said, filling in for Al tomorrow. You know where to find us. And anywhere they can find you online. Quick.
Ann Pirvu. Very simple everywhere.
We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.
Bam, bam.
Bye.